I am here with my community. Dolton, Illinois is in the house. Dolton is united. Yes, we are. We are united, people.
Excuse us. Good morning. We're in preparation to bless the food.
Give yourself a round of applause for being here this morning.
Thank you, Amy.
We're going to get these things started. So we will say a quick prayer. All right, bow your head. We're going to pray with the food and we get started. Bow your head. In the name of God, the beneficent, the most merciful God, thank you for another day of life.
In the name of Jesus.
As a community, bless this food. And we ask this in your right mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
So we're going to start by tables. So when I start by your table, that's the actual table that already lined up. You ready? You guys ready? Okay, well. So let's start with this here.
Thank you, Amy. Be respectful to the rules in the chat, people. No trolling, no spamming, no harassment. Enjoy my community. Babesolo in the house.
Said it wasn't gonna be no more snow, right?
We're getting ready to eat right now.
So when he goes out the door, whatever y'all got, y'all throw it at him. You got some ice, throw that at him too.
Thank you for coming, Amy. Thank you so much. Oh, if I get a copyright, I'll fix it, y'all. That's a beautiful song. Just to be close to you, yes. Friend, Donna, your hair is growing. I love that song. I'm gonna get a copyright, but I can fix it. Yes.
Your table is up.
Oh, my table is up. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Babesolo back in the house, people. Right now, we haven't started our meeting yet. We're eating. We're eating. Yum, yum. This is what I'm having. I'm having eggs, sausages, and grits. Yes. With coffee. I have my butter and my jelly. Yes. Glad you guys showed up on my... More people should come in and see what Dolton is all about. Dolton is united. Yes, we are. Dolton is united, people. Thank you for coming. This is my community. Mayor Jason House is our mayor. The trustee board is here. Fire department is here. The police department is here. We all here. Yum, yum. Gotta get rid of the gum, you know what I mean? So many people. I want to show y'all my food. I'll be right back, people. Get my orange juice, people. Babesolo had to get her orange juice. I had to get my orange juice. Yes. I had to get everything. That's why when you come to the meeting, you don't have to worry about anything. They feed you. Yes. And Jason House in the house. We'll get started after we eat. Butter. That's what I'm talking about. Hi. This is my community. Ah. Hi, Garden Cooking. Hi, Garden. Good morning. I'm at my community meeting. Jelly. Thank you for coming. Thank you. We are Dolton is united. Yes, this is my community. This is where I live. These are the people in my community. We've already voted. Mary Jason House in the house. Good to see you. And Brown in the house.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Oh, everything good, everything good. Feeling better?
I love it when I touch you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When I touch you, I can feel the spirit.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know what? A lot
Because
of
you know
friends-
what? I saw you when you went up to the prayer line. You said you don't have the Holy Ghost, but you just don't know. God knows. He knows your heart. And he's carrying you. I know. Because I have, hallelujah, I have it.
How's Maxine doing?
Maxine is fine. She was asleep, so I left her.
I love me some Maxine. Every time I come in that corner,
Yeah. You know how many years she been on there? A long time, over 17 years.
okay.
And she got Dalton Police on her jacket. Dalton Police. That's what her jacket say. Dalton
What
Police.
she be handling?
She be handling it, don't she?
Yes, ma'am.
And I used to go down there with her, but you know what? I just found out I got arthritis in my knee. I just found out 2 weeks ago. Because I started having pain. Like y'all haven't seen me.
Welcome to the Arthritis Club.
How you making? How you? Mine's right here. Look. Mine's here, here, and here.
I wake up in the morning, it's over here. Next day it's over here.
Yeah.
So you're in
I-
the club now.
So right now I get to see the specialist on the 17th. So I'm gonna see what they got to say.
Okay.
So this is my first experience.
You gonna be all right.
Yeah, I know I am. Where I see you getting around. That was Trustee Stan Brown was talking to Babesolo. I didn't even eat my food, y'all. Yeah. Oh, hi, Shanti. Hi, Shanti. You get to see my community. This is where I live. We're having a meeting. We're going to get good information about our city, about taxes, how to take care of ourselves and our community. Yeah, thank you. I'm eating. I know I'm gonna get a copy. I'm gonna get a copyright. I don't care. These are good. These are grits. Sausages. Egg. And biscuit. I'm glad you guys came. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to Babesolo Live. Oh, Asante. All right. We're going to eat before the meeting starts. I'm hungry. Orange juice. Coffee. To warm my throat, it's cold outside. in the house. Thank you guys for coming. Coffee. Mayor Jason House. About to get started pretty soon. We'll be starting pretty soon, you guys. Oh, hi, Amy. Amy said I drink my coffee this morning. Amy, I'm drinking coffee. Uh-oh.
Good morning. How's everybody today?
Morning.
All right. Did we enjoy breakfast?
Yes.
All right. I'm glad to thank everybody for thank you very much. I'm glad we're able to make a transition. It's a one-time transition from our park district over here, but we're grateful to the Royal Estates this morning for hosting us. So let's give Royal Estates and their team a round of applause. I always want to start off with giving acknowledgments, of course, give all credit and praise to God for being ahead of our lives. I want to acknowledge our DJ who always comes through for his DJ Golden Group. We have elected officials. This is a game I play and I get beat up every time I miss an elected official. So I do a scan of the room. I know I saw Thornton Township Trustee Mary Devine. Pleasure. Friends are missing, so I'm going to call out and see if they actually made it. Former trustee Robert Pearson. Former trustee Pearson? Okay, well, let's call him and tell him we missed him. Also, former trustee Lester Long. Is he present with us? Oh, we got some missing in actions this morning. Chief, we're going to put out an LPD. Did I use the right term? I'll try to sound cool. We know what it is. Also, we want to give love to somebody who's normally here. I don't see her present as well. The president of the library board, Louise Copeland. I always make sure we keep her in our hearts and minds and spirits. I know she'll be with us next month. Can you hear me back? Can you hear me back now? Yeah. Make sure? Yeah. We're going to do some sound engineering next month. Okay. I want to give acknowledgement to Park District Commissioner Sandra Wells. Thank you for joining us. Park District Commissioner, who I affectionately call Twin, Willis Harris. Of course, I always give appreciation to the other Park District members who are not here today. President Cleo Jones, Kyle Rochelle, and Gail Towers. We want to make sure we always give them support and acknowledgement as well. And then I get the privilege of acknowledging our fantastic Board of Trustees. We've got Trustee Stan Brown. Let me see it. Let me call it. We got Trustee Brittany Norwood. Come on, Trustee Tammy Brown. I love that hairstyle. As well as Trustee Edward Steve. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to Trustee Kiana Belcher, who's not present today. She will be at our next team with the trustees.
She's here.
Oh, she's here?
No, she was. She had to leave.
Oh, okay. I want to acknowledge, of course, we have our Deputy Clerk, Harris Montgomery. And
have the most amazing clerk on the south side of Chicago, Clerk Allison King.
Yeah.
So this morning, of course, we'll talk through some things that are going on, and some updates, but we do have a great speaker from Chicago, Greater Chicago Food Depository, going to talk about some of the changes that are going on at the federal level and impacts they can have on us locally and ways that we can all band together to make sure that those changes do not impact us. So I'm going to ask Ms. Danielle to come up and talk. So everybody, let's give a Dolton round of applause.
Thanks for having me today. My name is Danielle Perry. I'm the Vice President of Policy, Advocacy, and Community Engagement at the Greater Chicago Food Depository. You probably know that name, the Food Depository, because we are Chicago's food bank. We provide food to the shelters, soup kitchens, and pantries across all of Cook County. Altogether, with all the partners we have, we serve about 850 different partners, not just from the pantries and shelters, but also after-school meals and summer meals. We're the biggest provider of summer meals in all of Cook County. But what most people don't know is that we also have a policy and advocacy team that I lead. We do that because our mission is to end hunger. And we can't end hunger putting food in pantries. What we have to do is stand up and fight for policies that keep food on the table. The most successful policy in America that reduces hunger has been SNAP. Sending people to a pantry line, that won't work. So why I'm coming to you today is to talk about what the big, ugly bill changed regarding SNAP, how it impacts Illinois, and particularly our community, and what we can do to fight against it. So first, what did the bill change? It cut SNAP by $200 billion. And it didn't do it with one foul swoop. It's gonna be little cuts over time where eventually nobody's on the program.
Right.
The two things I want you to remember today are the biggest cuts to SNAP. Number one, the longer term cut. They shifted a portion of the SNAP benefit cost to the state. Why does that matter? They told the state, hey, federal government has always paid for SNAP benefits. So much so that in the state of Illinois, we receive $4.7 billion a year in SNAP benefits because we have 2 million people on the program. But the federal government said, okay, not anymore. Illinois has to pay 15% of the benefits moving forward. 15 sounds very small, but that's $800 million a year. So this is brilliant the way they did this. They told every state, you owe a little bit. And so now it's up to the state to decide, are they going to pay that 15% to keep the program? That's the way they set it up. So by next year, the governor and the state representatives and state senators are gonna have to decide, can they come up with $800 million yearly to save this program? If they don't, it's over. There will be no SNAP for anybody. All 2 million people will lose SNAP in the state of Illinois. What does that mean? Do you think they have $800 million sitting somewhere? They don't. So they're gonna have to figure out how to raise revenue. And that's the last thing somebody wants to hear, because you know what that means, taxes. But the question is, who do they tax, how do they tax, and how quickly can they figure out what they're gonna tax to save this program? And what some people are banking on is that you don't know. That you don't know this is happening. Next year comes, they don't pay the bill, everybody loses SNAP, and it's too late. So I'm here to tell you that it's in jeopardy of every single person in the state losing it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is much more immediate. You probably have heard that moving forward, people are gonna have to prove that they are working to continue receiving SNAP and eventually to continue receiving Medicaid. To be honest, this is all a trick about misinformation. You always had to work to receive SNAP. Right. It's not new. The Republicans and the federal government didn't make up the idea that you gotta work to receive this benefit. What the big ugly bill changed was who was exempt from having to prove that they were working. Who kind of is the group of people who don't have to prove this. It's always been if you were disabled. If you could prove you were disabled, you were exempt. But there were a couple other big exemptions that could affect people in this room. Used to be, you were over 55, You were exempt, never had to prove that you were working. So you could have been on this program and never even knew that there was a requirement to work. The big ugly bill said, no, we're gonna lift that up. And now it's 65.
Oh, shut up.
So that group, 55 to 64, in jeopardy.
I ain't going to work.
Of not knowing that this is happening, not working, and losing their benefits. So that's the first group that we gotta watch out for. Second, veterans. Veterans were always exempt. Never had to prove that they were working to receive this benefit. The big ugly bill said, nope, you gotta prove it. Homeless, big ugly bill said, nope, you need to prove it. And then one big group, there were states that have very high unemployment rates. And so it didn't make sense to say you gotta work to receive this benefit when the unemployment rate is already high and it's hard to find a job, right? That's common sense.
Right.
The big ugly bill said we are getting rid of that. So any state that was exempt from the work reporting requirement because you had a high unemployment rate, starting December 31st, done. Illinois, for the history of the program, always had a very high unemployment rate, never had to prove that anybody was working. So you could have been on SNAP or food stamps over the years and been like, oh, I never had to prove I was working. It's because Illinois always had that exemption. On February 1st, that exemption was now gone. We got a little bit of an extension for 2 months for the state to figure it out. But February 1st, they started counting to see if everybody was working 80 hours a month. For the first time in history. Why does this matter to you? Why does this matter to our community? Why is this important? In the SNAP program, you can only be unemployed for 3 months every 3 years.
Whoa.
3 months every 3 years. So if they started looking in February, right? If you were unemployed in February, and you were unemployed in March, and you are unemployed in April, what happens to you on May 1st? You lose your benefits for the next 3 years. 3 years. May 1st. The state is estimating that hundreds of thousands of people will lose their benefits on May 1st. We are preparing for that moment at the pantries. We are buying more food. We are getting ready. But the truth is, we in this room, we as a community, we as a people could come together and decide we don't have to let that happen. There are ways to keep people on the program. So I'll say it to you really fast because I'm holding you longer than I need to. Number one, the rule is that you have to work 80 hours a month or volunteer 80 hours a month or participate in an approved SNAP employment and training program or be on unemployment. Why am I explaining these rules to you? Because we could save people on this program if they found volunteer opportunities.
Yes.
We could save people on this program if they could get in an approved SNAP employment and training program. I think the number one thing is we could save people if they knew. So many people have no idea this happened, and that's the brilliance of this bill. It's meant to confuse you. It's meant to put things in a way that you don't even know it's happening. And so I'm here to tell you this so that everybody in this room hears it. I'm here also to ask you if you can be an ambassador for this. Leave this room and call your daughter or your son, your aunt or your friend, and make sure that people know this is happening, number one. And number two, the food depository, listen, I done built a whole team now because we're about to fight to keep everybody on this program. So now look, this is what we're doing. We're going to events like this all across Cook County. So if you invite us out, we'll come and do this spiel. But we'll also train all of you to do it. So you can go to your church meeting and talk about this. You can talk about it in your book club. So Dolton can host an event and the mayor could explain it just as good as I can, right? We would love an army of people who could explain these changes. We also have created a toolkit with one pager that explains all the things I just said. And we have an advocacy team we're putting out. We want all of y'all to join it. We love to help you, train you on this message. We can go door to door if we have to. We can partner with community organizations. But in my opinion, nobody should lose this benefit over some paperwork. The 80-hour work requirement doesn't incentivize people to work. It just creates more barriers to the benefit they already deserve and have. So let's have our community be knowledgeable about this. Let's fight to make sure they stay on the program. If you guys need me, I'm happy to come to any place in Dolton or your community to do this message and spread it. If you have any questions about your case, I have two things. I have a flyer that explains everything I just said. And on the back, it has QR codes that you can click and you can join our team, our advocacy team, or you can ask us to come out and we'll help you. The last thing I'll just say is, I think as a community for the volunteerism, we're gonna have to work together. We know jobs don't fly out of the sky blue, and so volunteerism may be the thing that saves people in the next few weeks. So there's a thing the state did that I think we could all be a partner to help people with. Number one, they created a website called Galaxy Digital. You can go on that website and find volunteer opportunities. So if you're a person right now hearing me, you know you have SNAP and you know you haven't been working, you can go on that site and find volunteer opportunities. Once you finish, you just click finish and it goes straight to the state. The thing we can do as a community though, is we can talk to community organizations, our churches, and say, can you add volunteer opportunities to the site? So we need to do both things. Get people to it so they can find volunteer opportunities. Get organizations to put their volunteer opportunities on the site. I know a million churches that could use a hand, organizations that can use a hand. Let's drive people to it. The Food Depository is doing trainings every week for organizations that need to register. It's really the state's job, but I'm willing to do the state job if it helps people. So we're doing trainings for orgs to put their volunteer opportunities on there. Anybody have any questions? I just laid it on you thick. Yes, ma'am?
So is there,
I can repeat the question.
for people with children, if they have children under a certain age?
Shoot, that just
Yes, I can repeat her question while you get the mic to her. Okay, so she asked, is there a group of people who are gonna have to, report this because they have children under a certain age? The answer is yes. I didn't name that in the litany of things, but that's one of them. So remember I said 55 moved up to 65 and veterans and all that. Another group is they redefine the age of children. So before, as long as you had kids, you were exempt from the work requirement. But now they redefine what a kid is. Now they have to have a kid under 14 to be exempt. So if you have a 14-year-old, you have a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, or a 17-year-old, you are not exempt from this work requirement anymore. So that group of 15 to 64 and the people who have kids basically in high school, those people are now going to have to prove that they're working 80 hours a month to receive the benefit. Let me just say this, because people always have thoughts about how people should be working, but let me just say this is a Danielle opinion, don't tell them. Let me just say this. Remember, okay, give me on camera saying it. I'm gonna look into the camera, so I'll tell you what I think. Don't fall for the trap of thinking that we need to put people through hoops to get food. Understand that when that mom with the 15-year-old loses her benefit, the household benefit now decreases. That is a mother who with SNAP was struggling to put food on the table. Now, as you drop her benefit, the household benefit decreases and there's less food in that family's house. Those kids may go to school without a meal. So let's be honest about the fact that, sure, you want to punish her for not working, you are still punishing her family. Right to the camera. And let me also say that if you think we're sitting here and you think, I don't receive this benefit, so it doesn't matter to me, understand that if we as a state were receiving $4.7 billion a year from this federal program into our state, where do you think those dollars were going? They were going into the grocery store, into the local corner store, into the farmer's market. What happens when the grocery store receives less revenue?
Uh-oh. The grocery store gonna close.
Right, and before they shut down, what they're gonna do? Raise the prices on the rest of you. So to sit here and comfortably think, oh, this just affects the person who's receiving the benefit, it affects her, the mom, it affects the household, it affects the grocery store, and it affects the rest of us, our full community.
Amen.
Okay? So let's be honest about who this impacts. It impacts all of us. And if we lose this as a program in the entire state, that is an impact on our economy as well. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
I have a question.
Ask me the question and I'll repeat it. That's a great question. That comes up a lot. Her question was, will this impact people's free lunch? The kids' free lunch. So the biggest impact we think is going to happen is that a lot of kids are automatically put into free lunch or into summer meals because their parent is in the SNAP program. We've not seen what the impact of this will be yet, but we do think that might be something that happens. Then what we're gonna have to do is create campaigns to go and get the parent to go sign up for free lunch, go sign up for summer meals. Again, this is all brilliantly designed to keep people off a benefit that they already have, and it does have ripple effects. You call one of them out. But then we're gonna have to do the work to get the kids back on the front. So it doesn't mean they won't get it, it just means they won't automatically be put on it. And we're gonna have to see what happens with that and then find it. You just talked about all the work. Oh, you had a question, yes. I can come to you, hold on.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I have some comments to make about food. And the elephant in the room is that our country, if they're going to reduce the SNAP benefits, what has been happening in our country is they have regulations on grocery stores where the food has to be safely sold by the best sales day or the best use day. So much of the food in our country is being thrown out in a dumpster behind the grocery store. And if our country could change regulations about them donating that food, there would be more food available for food pantries around the country. So as you navigate through this process, you have to understand that there is a lot of food that's being thrown in a dumpster behind a grocery store that's perfectly edible and safe, but it says sell by this date. And the reason that a lot of this food is not donated is because it is not deregulated and it's a safety issue where they have liability concerns. So if those things were shifted at the legislative level of Illinois or United States, then that food would be more safely donated to food pantries. France is dealing with this issue about clothing and food very harshly. So they are something to watch. But I have in my past had times where I had severe food insecurity while my husband had a part-time job. And it is excruciating, it's horrible, it's humbling. No person in this country should lack food, especially when there's food being thrown into dumpsters that is perfectly edible. If it was regulated differently, they would donate, and that would be part of the answer.
Good. All right. Thank you, Beth, for the comment. I want to say one thing about the food depository, and then I'll give you another thing you can do for me. All right. Beth is right, and one of the things the food depository does that some people don't know is that we rescue food at grocery stores all across Cook County. I wish I had the stats. I work on the policy team, not the operations team, but we have drivers every single day going to different grocery stores across the county. We also, some of our pantry partners, we've given them vans so they can go out and rescue. And we've made hubs so that maybe a bigger one like Free and Eat, which is in your community, I don't know if they have one, but imagine if they did, then they can go and take it off to some of the smaller pantries around them. We call that our hub and spoke model. So we are doing that as a food depository. Here, I'll give you something new. My mom is recently retired, and she helps us with our son, but honestly, she needs something else to do. So I gave her this idea that I'm gonna give to y'all. We need food rescue ambassadors. There are people in the community who go to their local grocery store, build a relationship with the grocer, and say, hey, like Beth will be a phenomenal food ambassador. I'm just, saying that. You go meet the grocery store people, you build a relationship with them, and you help to get food into your local pantry by getting them to donate their food. We teach you how to do it, we give you all the tools you need, and you can get more food. And it could look like you going to other communities that have even better options, and you bring it back to you. We'll set up the transportation to get it, we just need you to have the conversation. So, I'm trying to convince my mom, but if I can recruit some of y'all too, I think it's a great job in retirement. You ain't got to do it all the time. It's just building relationships with people in your community. So we do food rescue, and it's a big program at the food depository. I would say over 25% of our food is rescued, is donated food. So it's actually a big part of the workplace. It helps us to reduce the price that we're spending on food so that we can put more food in the community. All right, Mayor, any other questions about SNAP? All right, so we're running some bills in Springfield. We're asking the state for them to do an emergency assistance program for people who get kicked off. We're fighting to save as many people as we can, but let's be honest, hundreds of thousands of people about to lose their benefits on May 1st. It's going to be the largest cut in history to this program. We got to do something to stand up for those folks. So we're asking them to do a one-time cash assistance program for the people who get kicked off on May 1st. You want to come to Springfield with me? I'll pay for you to come. You can stay overnight. You can get on the bus that leaves from the food depository. All of y'all can come. We feed you. We make sure you. But we got to fight. And this is the beginning. The biggest fight is next year, trying to get the governor to raise taxes, or get the state representatives and state senators to do the uncomfortable thing, but to save this program for people who need it. So if you want to join the fight, you have on the back of that flyer a way to join our advocacy team. We'd love to have you. All right, that's my ask. Thank you, guys.
That's not great information. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
So at this time, I'm going to kind of open for some board members or those who may have board members who may have announcements to come, and then I get the privilege of introducing our fantastic team of Dolton. So I'm saying this as a prelude to anybody who may have some comments they want to share with the community or the great work you're doing. So everyone's getting twirling right now. But in the meantime, they always get uncomfortable. This is no pressure. In the meantime, though, I did want to see with any of the board members, Trustee Taylor.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I wanted to make an announcement for Ms. Creighton, who isn't here. She wanted to do a women's history program, but time fell short. So what she wants to do is to unsung everyday women of Dolton recognition. In celebration of Women's History Month, we are honoring the incredible woman who quietly makes a difference in our community every day. Do you know of a woman who gives her time to help others, supports youth and seniors or families, volunteers in the community or church, mentors, encourages others, makes Dolton a better place simply through her service? We invite you to nominate an unsung everyday woman of Dolton who deserves recognition for her compassion, commitment, and positive impact. If you know of someone, please see me so you can fill out this form and I'll return it to Ms. Creighton. Thank you all so much.
I do want to acknowledge who I saw up here. I saw Park District President Cleo Jones, President Jones. Also, she was joining us, another Thornton Township trustee, Valeria Stubbs. I always say Trustee Stubbs is my favorite until Trustee Avant walks in the room.
Now Valerie, she's what's up.
Okay, any other trustee? Norwood, do you have any other?
So used to Trustee Brown, T. Brown over here taking the mic. I'm scared to grab it. Good morning. Happy Saturday. What a beautiful day the Lord has made. I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. We couldn't do this thing without you all. And I only have a few announcements because I know we're all anxious to get back to our chit chat because we're always so happy to see each other and hug on each other. So I'll make it fast so we can continue on with the love. Dolton Park, our favorite park district, they're having their Women's Empowerment Conference. Cultivate Mental Milestones today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. $45, and there's workshops, and you can all head over there when you leave here today. They also have March Madness, which they're giving out giveaways, correct, President? Yes. Okay, so make sure you all stop by our favorite park district. And this week, we're also going to have our housing committee meeting. So you all have questions, and we have answers. This Wednesday, March 18th, at our very own Village Hall at 5:30 p.m. So we will discuss the Dolton United Housing Program, and we're going to get to the good stuff, guys. So I'm anxious to see you all as always. Thank you. As always, and you all know, a family that prays together stays together.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
We have additional comments, Trustee and Steve.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to also always talk about the communications. How many people receive text message blasts from us? Email blasts? Has it been effective?
Yes.
Good notification about the change of address? Okay, yes. So that's good. If you know, I don't know if you noticed, we do a lot of videos that's going on from the board meetings and different things. Because there's no drama, a lot of people ain't watching. Which is fine, you know, we don't want no drama. We don't
That's right.
News all the time, good government spot. So, but with the studio down in the village hall on the guns, so that's another source of program as far as updates from the trustees, from the department heads, and what's going on in the village. So keep watching, keep subscribing to our YouTube page and our social media pages so you can see what's going on in our village. And we're gonna continue to move forward and continue our best to try to work together and keep anything, as no mess out the board, and keep a nice, professional, calm board. That's the goal. That's it for this morning for me. Again, if you don't receive our text message blast or email blast, please see me, and I'll make sure I sign you up for it so you can find out what's going on. All right? Don't be looking at me. Thank y'all so much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Praise the Lord, blessings come down.
Amen.
You get dwelling in the secret place of the Most High.
Yes,
Shall
sir.
abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yes, sir.
I will say unto you,
That's what I'm believing.
He is our refuge and our fortress.
Yes.
Our God and He will trust.
Thank you,
So I
Jesus.
just want to touch the base with you, ladies and gentlemen. Ed, Steve, and Pastor William Flesh and myself, we have got together here what we call a man-to-man group. We meet once a month. Our next meeting is March 28th, 1 p.m. at the Abundant Christian Center at 14540 Lincoln. It is just men talking with men. You ask a man a question, you don't get a man's answer. Right? We just try to build the households up and us men up a little bit strong because we have fell behind they belong. We're looking at help supporting the school, 149, 148, District 205. It's going to be some morning. We'd like to stand out there and see the kids come to school, and when they get out, we'd like to show some support for them. And with our men to men group, we have a lot of gentlemen coming out. So right now, we're working with Babesolo Institute. They're accepting new students for the next program session this month in March. They're located on the south side of Chicago at 1012 West 87th Street. They will teach you how to do industrial sewing, cutting patterns and fabrics, lettering, embroidering, piecing, printing, and more. Right now, they're working with ages 17 through 24. Well, that's young men and young women. We're letting the youngsters get in there because we're going to open it up to some of the uncles, grandfathers. They're going to let some of the grown-ups in there. Because right now, we are dealing with women and women. And you know, us men and men couldn't be here if we didn't have a women and women group. That's right. That's right. So we respect that. So this our program will be open up for adults, but right now it's going 17 through 24. Contact number 773-619-8485. 773-619-8485. The name is Calvin Jerry. He's a master tailor. He sews uniforms for the Chicago Bulls, Golden State Warriors. He works with the NBA. And he has a tailoring class that's set up right next door to the rink, the Roller Rink, on 87th Street. So he has came back here to Chicago, his hometown, and he want to get the youth up to get a little skill, a little sewing. Also, we have another number to go with that. Shelly, which is his daughter, she runs the company. He put the company together, but his daughter runs it. 317-737-7918. That's Shelly. 317-737-7918. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Trustee.
DJ's got a plate for anybody who has not eaten already. All right, I want to bring up next Clerk Allison Key with maybe a few quick announcements on what's going on with the clerk's office.
Mayor, can you guys hear me? Okay, so I want to remind you guys that early voting is going on right now, right? You all have already gone out to vote. It's over at the Dolton Library. Don't know the exact hours, but they're open 7 days a week, but the hours vary. But if you go on the village website, it has the hours posted there. And then also Tuesday is election day. So if you prefer to vote on election day, then you would go to your regular polling places to vote. But I do want to let anybody in here who is in precinct 40, precinct 40 people here? Okay, so you're gonna vote right here, downstairs. They opened this area back up because it's been closed for a while. So I'm not sure what other precincts are there, but I know for certain 40 is there, and 40 is this district and over in this area. So just know if you're gonna vote on election day, you have to come here. So that's it. And then if you need to know your polling places also, I have something posted on the door at Village Hall. If you're not sure, but you need to know what your precinct is. And if you come to my office, or you can look on the door in Village Hall, and it'll tell you where your polling place is. Any questions? Thank you.
So with that, I have the privilege, and I get the great privilege of introducing the team of people that really make it happen day to day. So I'm always pleased when I get a chance to walk into the shop and work with everyone, and I think that we always want to make sure we give them the credit for all the hard work that's being done. So first, I get to talk about the public works, the man that makes it happen. We are Superintendent Darryl Bunch.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble.
Yes.
Deliver him and honor him. Psalms 91.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. Good morning, saints.
Praise the Lord.
I'm not at church.
But hey, give God his glory. You give God his glory anytime.
I've been a resident here for 33 years. I've raised 7 children here at Dolton. I've been around public works since 2000. Not trying to tell my age, but I've been around for a while. I've seen change. I have. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I just hope that we can turn the corner. It's looking promising, but it's going to take a team and get it out. I promise you, I'm going to do my best to invest it. It is part of who I am. I'm the superintendent of Dolton Public Works. When I say we out here, boots on the ground, 10 toes down, we out here. If you guys see anything different, let me know. I am responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of the village. I gave my word to the mayor that I'm gonna do this job to the best of my ability. Y'all hold me to it. Y'all see anything less? Let me know. Call the mayor and say he ain't doing this place. I thank you. Have a good day. Praise My apologies. Give me your address. I'm out right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, I will share, because Superintendent Bunch is very adamant, and we want to, and I'll share a story. When we first, maybe around May or June, I came in office. I go to the park district, to a park district event, and every 3 steps I have somebody come and say, my branches are falling over. I said, okay. I said, that's fantastic. We'll
Sure, I'm gonna burn them branches.
And I go 3 more steps. And you know, there's a pothole over on 154th. So, of course, these are all legitimate concerns. We came from a challenged place. Go 5 more steps. You know, somebody didn't clean up the street over here. And I went no less than 2 hours with every couple of steps being a concern from where we were to where we're going. So I had several conversations, Trustee Stan, part of some, Trustee Steve, Superintendent Bunch, and I said, you guys know I promised I'm not gonna have a security detail. So I can't block people from coming up And I'll be damned if I'm gonna be afraid to walk in our community.
Come on now.
So there's only one solution that Superintendent Butch and I came up with is we gotta get these streets clean. And that's what he's trying to take that. Thank you for all the hard work. But do not hesitate to give your concerns. And I always say concerns. Our residents don't have complaints, we have concerns. Complaint sounds like we don't want to service you. We are here to service every one of you. So if you have a concern, please be clear to bring it to us. We will do our best to address it. With that, I have our fantastic, yes ma'am. Start off with the public works line. Superintendent Butch, what's your line? What's the phone number for you?
Say it on the microphone.
708-201-3280 or 81-3281 and 3282.
Where you live at? I'm going to tell you, we start with the public works team and that phone line, because that's the way our process works. If everybody started, you can feel free to at all times call the mayor's office. The first question I'm going to ask is, have you called public works? Because otherwise, the mayor's office can get overwhelmed, and we may not.
That's right.
So our first thing is we're going to call public works. Give them the opportunity. We want to make sure our system is working. If it's not working, that lets superintendent, myself, and the administrator know we have some tweaks that we need to do. See, two other questions, Chair.
So mine is really a comment. What we can do is we can always, when we go into businesses, we can ask for their help. We keeping everything clean because sometimes outside of the businesses is filthy. So maybe the businesses in Dolton can take a lesson from, there's a Family Dollar in Harmony on Sibley Boulevard. That store manager is out every morning. She cleans the front of her store. It's spotless in front of that store. So if business owners can help us by doing that, it would help us a great deal. So cleaning up and maybe washing the windows so you can see inside the business, all that good stuff. It will go a long way.
Thank you very much. Trustee.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you guys remember some years back, what the community did was got together and we had clean sweep. And if we can do that again and help our community, because this is our community. And if we all can get together on the weekend, on a nice day, come out with public works assistance and let's pick up paper and clean up, because you know, this is how we attract new businesses to our community, because it's clean. I wouldn't come to a village to do business if it wasn't clean, and we can help our own selves out. Thank you.
I'm glad Trustee Stubbs brought that up. That's actually the plans with the men's group, with the men of Dolton. But then it's going to be a community cleanup on the weekend. We're just working on the announcement, the date, and the time. We'll have public works, and we're going to go through the whole community, go down some of these alleys, because sometimes these alleys are just atrocious. So that's in the plan. The clean sweep, we may name it that, Ms. Charlie Stubbs. In honor of the last clean sweep was about 5 6, but we're going to do it again this year soon. You'll hear it announced.
All right, I see two. I'm going to take these last two, and then I want to bring, if I can, I see three. We'll take the last three, and then I want to bring, we got to get our next team member up.
First, I'd like to thank our public works people for cleaning up our alley. I mean, somebody had moved the whole house into it. But I want to say too is, let's not forget our alleys being clean. My whole alley behind my house is a whole disaster area.
Yes, sir. If you can, let me get one more. We're going to get somebody to come get your address so we can follow up.
My name is Wilkins, and I just want to mention two things. I want to mention two things. First is the vacant land across the street, directly across the street from 15100 through 15344 South Market. That is across the street from the Bishop Pool. It's a strip of land, it's Dolton on the side. And I talked to Steve about it, and he came out previously, they came out previously once. But bottom line, now that IDOT is coming through and they're cutting some of the trees and trimming back because they're working with the bridge, it's exposed all the glass, all the crud, all of what was down underneath those branches. He said stuff embedded in the ground. There are not too many people that want to go over there and rake it. As well, the guardrail. The car flew through the guardrail about 8 years ago. The guardrail been busted ever since. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yeah.
So before the vegetation comes, we need to get it up. I go and I talk to some neighbors up and down the street. People took pride in across the street from their house once upon a time. Then that stuff started turning 45 feet tall. Nobody cutting it down. So somebody cutting down the street, they just putting stuff out the window. And the other one was dead animals. Dead animals called in to Public Works one day, and they said that they were getting the dead animal the next day, and then called back the next day. They said, we no longer do that. Call Cook County Animal Control, which I did. Cook County Animal Control says, no, we don't do that. That is up to the jurisdiction of each municipality. So it's right back at Public Works. So we're meeting at the dead animals.
Thank you very much. On the animals, we have to hire an animal control specialist. I didn't even realize this was a program, I'll say that. So the Village of Dolton was granted and received through some work with that clerk, Allison. He was able to do leading the charge. We actually got donated an animal control vehicle. So we do have a vehicle that was given to the Village of Dolton free of charge. With that, we have to hire somebody. So if anyone knows of someone looking for work in the animal control space, we need to hire that. There is a 8 weeks, my understanding, course that goes into doing it the proper way to humanely capture and safely take an animal to its destination or somewhere that's safe, and of course for those dead animals to dispose of them with humanity. So I'm gonna come pause here for them to go to Mary, and then we'll Trustee Mary.
Good morning, everyone. Just quickly recap. I'm from Thornton Township, and we are sponsoring a Women's History Month celebration on the 27th of March, which is on a Friday, from 6 to 8. We're honoring women from every municipality within the township. We're trying to forge together relationship with the 17 municipalities. You can go on our website, excuse me, it's free of charge, and you can register. There will only be seating for 200, so if you're interested in coming, please register. Myself and Trustee Stubbs are sponsoring this event. And to piggyback on my neighbor, I talked to IDOT. I've asked for someone to come out and walk that with us, because they took the branches down, but they left all the debris. If you're gonna clean it up, you need to clean it up, and they won't clean it up if we don't demand it. I also asked them about the sound barriers. They're telling me now that the sound barriers that they stopped at South Holland with are the village's responsibility. So I'm gonna get with somebody from the village, and we're maybe even the administrator, whoever, we'll find out who we need to talk to and find out why they stopped. And now it's on us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This morning, when I was coming over here, I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts getting my coffee. Walgreens has a cleanup person. They were going around there cleaning up the parking lot and everything, so y'all might want to get with them, or one of y'all might want to talk to them and find out who that is, because 2 weeks before, I went over there to the hoagie place, right? And it was filthy. They could use that service. So I don't know how y'all do that, but y'all might want to get with the manager and find out what's happening.
And I think this is a great natural transition, because for those who are not compliant, we need to give them a ticket. So let me introduce with the plan, Brother Brian Thigpen.
Good morning, everyone. I am Brian Thigpen. I moved out here, my family did, back in March of 1988. This is my 21st year as a village employee on pretty much every department, from paid on call fire through police, except for public works and water department. As the mayor said, my department is known for giving tickets along with rental property registration, business inspections, besides the fire inspection, as well as general property maintenance and compliance. We work in conjunction with Public Works. You guys get in touch with Public Works. We go out, we issue the ticket to the owner of the property, then Public Works will come out and get the debris. Now, we do not like issuing tickets. We tend to tell people, hey, we'll give you a 48-hour notice to get the property or the concern taken care of. However, we are switching to being more of a proactive approach. Everyone here should know that their property needs to be maintained. We are talking about the front, from the parkway to your front door. We're talking about the sides of the house. We're talking about the grass that needs to be cut. We are talking about alleys. One issue that we have, people do not take care of their alleys. Overgrown trees, overhanging branches. Make sure your address is visible in your alley. Businesses as well. Sherry mentioned Family Dollar in Harvey. We have an issue with our Family Dollar. We spoke to the regional manager last week about them keeping their businesses clean in the back. Also, the people that own the, what we call it, the old restaurant press mall where Dollar Tree is. Walgreens has a cleanup person. By the time you keep getting a $1,500 ticket for not cleaning up, you could have hired a person 7 times over for the entire year. So if you all have complaints, you can contact the code enforcement department at Village Hall, or you can, most of the time we're on the street, most of us drive the Fiat, so you can stop us. But if you guys have a complaint, please get it to us and we will take care of it to the best of our ability. And if anyone has any complaints now, I know we want to keep the program rolling, so I will wait till the end to talk to you guys.
Thank you.
I want to make sure that we try to set reasonable and realistic expectations. Sometimes we get called that nothing's being done, but there is a 48-hour notice. There's ticketing being done because the village cannot just independently go on private property and do the cleanup. So sometimes it will take a little bit longer to get somebody into compliance. As the Thigpen mentioned, it is about compliance. We're not out here with the intention on just writing tickets and being hard nosed. We just want to get everybody up and into compliance. With that being said, not forcing you, brother. We got a great team. I'm just so proud. We got Brother Derry out here talking about housing and permits.
Good morning, everybody. The main thing I want to branch off of goes hand in hand with compliance. My goal over housing and licensing is to bring a better class of business to Dolton and also better landlords to Dolton. And that comes with compliance and also education. So what I am planning to do, for all businesses is hold them accountable for these concerns that we're talking about right now. You want to update your license because you want to sell liquor? I need your liquor store to be clean, okay? We have Walgreens, we have Menards, we have several Family Dollar, we have several big name businesses that sometimes the corporation doesn't know what the actual business building is like. I think Walgreens and South Holland doesn't look like all Walgreens. Walgreens and Olin Park doesn't look like all Walgreens. That's just an example, because the people who are in control need to know. So what I want to do is make sure we have a better system in place so we can have more accountable businesses, so we can have better services for the community. The other half goes hand in hand with landlords. Everyone in here probably has a rental property in their area. And it's really easy to say that the tenant's not going to care about the property, they're just using it. So we want to have the landlord be more involved with the property that is in their name. There's too many landlords to say, oh, my tenant didn't tell me this, my tenant didn't tell me that. It's not the tenant's responsibility, it's our responsibility to tell the landlord what's going on with their property. So those are my two main goals, is to hold both of these parties accountable so we can have a better community for the village.
Plan on doing anything about this?
She wanted to know anything about halfway houses. So halfway houses, as far as I know, are really controlled by the state because we don't license halfway houses. If somebody comes to Dolton, and they, yes, because the state are the ones who really get involved with it. So
Don't we have to give them a license?
no, because we don't license halfway houses. That's all through the state. You can come to Village Hall and say, hey, I want to have a halfway house. Can I get a license? And you will say, no, we don't issue licenses to halfway houses. But there are some jurisdictions that override us. So if the state says that the area is okay for a halfway house, then the state is also the ones who have to make sure that halfway house is inspected and is up to compliance. So you can still give us the information about the halfway house, and I will find out when the state is responsible for it. But even though it's not us directly, we can still talk to people who are responsible for it so they can come to compliance.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's give it up for Darian. All right, so I want to bring up for our water department. Yeah. Make that thing straightened out. We have Miss Jackie.
Hello, everyone. I'm the manager of the water department, and I've been there for over 2 years, and I'm trying to elevate the customer service department. If you have any billing inquiries, complaints, or service requests, you come to the Village Hall, and you can give us a call at 708-849-4000, option 2. If you have any complaints about your bills, come to our office and we'll help you guys out. Concerns? Any concerns, you can call us, okay?
Ms. Jackie, if I may, the very first day after they were elected, I walked in there and I could tell the difference in the atmosphere. It was a totally different atmosphere. So if you got the credit for that, thank you. I know the mayor has a lot of things to do. You too. Thanks.
Okay, I also see present with us. I don't know if you have anything you would like to say, but the man behind the camera, Brother Warren Muhammad, that does our communication outreach. He's modest today, but that's okay. He does amazing work. I want to talk about our fire department. Chief Curtis, you have anything you want to talk about here for our fire department?
All right. I need a smoke detector.
I got something coming.
Yes.
Just real quick for the homeowners, doing a partnership with Red Cross for smoke detectors that's coming up in the near future. More importantly, business owners, it's your inspection time again. We do it once a year. So in order to get your license, right, you're going to need to make sure that your place is up to par. Start looking at your fire extinguishers. Start looking at that expiration date for your fire extinguisher. We cannot pass you if you do not have that up to date. So look on that tag, call that number, have them come in and replace it. Make sure that your CO smoke detectors are working. Make sure your extinguishers are hung, 3 feet from the ground. Make sure that you're in compliance, or else we're not going to be able to pass you. If your license is up, just notify the village, and they will schedule us. Other than that, we'll be randomly coming out doing our inspections just so we keep up before we get flooded. Thank you.
And then also have with our police department, Chief Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the young man standing by the doorway who knows a little bit about college life. 06. So I'm not sure if the word has effectively trickled down to the residents in regards to our changing hours for our customer service at the lobby. But we've changed the hours of the customer service at the lobby with our records clerks. Our new hours are from 3 o'clock in the morning until 8 p.m. in the evening, Monday through Friday. And we did that to make it more efficient and as well as make our overtime, kind of get control of our overtime. We kind of did an analysis on when the most need for our residents happens at our customer service window. So we decided to change those hours. But what we did was we installed an intercom and a camera in the lobby for anyone that needs service during the hours that we're not in operation. So anyone that comes in, presses the button, the camera will show over dispatch, at our dispatch center, and the dispatch center is able to talk to the resident or the person that needs service through a two-way kind of intercom system. And if the resident or the person needs help, then the dispatch will notify one of our officers to come in and service the person. And the good thing about that system is even if the person does not press the button during those hours, dispatch is able to see someone in the lobby just in case if there is an emergency and they're not able to press the button, and they'll know what's going on and they'll notify one of our officers. So I'm not sure if that word is effectively trickled down to all the residents, but just know that we've changed those hours. So our service starts at 3 a.m. when the first clerk arrives in the station, but the officers have been and the supervisors have been told that they are to make sure that we are also monitoring security, meaning that they need to periodically check on the station and be around the station. On the times that we have a detainee in our lockup, there is someone that is in the station, a sworn police officer that is in the station during that time, because the law requires that we have someone that is there anytime we have a detainee in lockup. So there is someone there, but they will not be servicing the customer service women. So I just wanted to kind of get that out. I don't think that is effectively going out to all the residents in the community. So pass the word to your neighbors and everyone that there are a little change in hours, but we're still very efficient. If there is an issue that anyone brings about in regards to this new change, please let me know, because things can always be tweaked. Lastly, I'm going to get kicked for this announcement. I already know it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's disorderly. I just want to let everyone know that unfortunately we're losing one of our huge assets in the police department. Going to another agency, our detective Rocky. Come on up, Rocky.
Oh, I remember Rocky.
I've been with the department since August, so about 7 months, and Rocky has been a huge asset to this agency as well as to the community. As one of our great detectives. Very dedicated. Y'all, trust me, I tried to do the same thing. I offered to give him a little bit of my salary to make him stay. But unfortunately, I understand, sometimes we move on, things that are better for us, better for our family, and better for our lives. So, Rocky, I just wanted everybody to give acknowledgement and thank you for the service that you've always done. So the mayor just asked me to talk about some improvements on reporting within the department. Since my tenure here at the department, our reporting has tremendously increased with our residents reporting crimes and reporting. The good thing about Dolton is that I've seen since I've been, I come from Chicago Police, so a large agency, large city, a lot of stuff going on. What I've noticed about Dolton in the last 7 months is, fortunately, our crime is not as bad as it could be.
It's the people.
More especially when we have the expressway right here, easy access on and off, which creates a huge problem for most municipalities as well as most agencies. But our violent crime is not as bad as it really could be, given that the way the village is situated. But we have tremendously improved in our crime. And when I got here, we started off with motor vehicle theft. Motor vehicle theft was up like 25% when I got here. Now we're down to just about 9% in motor vehicle theft.
Awesome.
And I think that's not only attributed to the great work that our officers are doing, but it's attributed to also the residents. We've tried to get out and do some community service in announcements with our residents, and we let them know and reminding them of what they can do in order to prevent their vehicles from being stolen. By making sure you lock your vehicles, don't leave, like even something as small as your phone chargers just laying there that are visible. Some people take advantage of it, and they'll, either break into the car or have an opportunity to steal the car. So that has come down tremendously. We are now, something that we haven't done in the department in a long time is we have not publicly reported our crime stats. And we're starting to do that as well, so we can be in compliance, because our stats are required to be reported to the FBI. The way we get those stats to the FBI is they have to go through the Illinois State Police. So we're involved in definitely getting that done as well. And just improving on some things that we do. The biggest improvements Yes, it comes from strategies from the police department, but our biggest influence comes from you guys, letting us know what it is that we need to do. Absolutely, you know, we know the policing side, but we also want to collaborate on the community business side, because as I stated before, in a numerous number of these forums, we can't arrest our way out of crime. We will not arrest our way out of crime. That's not how we do it. We make it better by collaborating with the community, businesses, all of the stakeholders, and making this a safer village. So I'll be around to the end. If anybody got any questions, concerns, please see you. Thank you.
I appreciate the reporting. One area that I think humbly with our team is we roll our sleeves up and everybody says, okay, we're just going to work. And many times we don't share those successes, so I always encourage the chief, superintendent, everybody here, that we continue to share what was going on behind the scenes, because we think we're doing work. I'm tremendously proud of all the work that everybody's doing, and I want to make sure that everybody gets their proper credit. So the round of applause again, I ask for all the team members. Before I get to bring in our newest member, I'm going to call him the baby of the bunch. Our new village administrator, Bill.
Thank you. I've been your, let me start off with Bill Manisopoulos. I've been your administrator now for 10 days? 10 days. And obviously, by everyone else who was here before me, you kind of see what's going on. I mean, between your police, your fire, public works, code enforcement, licensing. I mean, those were 5 strong departments that are finally working together and are actually going to knock some stuff out. So they're the ones who do the actual work here. I get to smile, come up and tell you what a great job everyone's doing and take the credit for it, but they do the real work.
Good morning, new grad. Try this.
My short time here in Dolton, I can tell you it's been very receptive. Everyone's been welcoming, and I can tell you that it's taken a lot of the weight off. There's still plenty of work to do, and with this team that we have around us, we're going to make light of that work. So I also will be here. I'm not just a speaker like the mayor here. I get a little nervous sometimes, but I will be around for the rest of the day, however long we need. If we have any issues, comments, or if you just want to meet, I will be right here. Thank you.
So I want to say thank you to Bill for that, and similarly, I do get the privilege of representing our team. Our team together had an opportunity to do some strategy, brainwork session, and the theme that our team came up with, which is a theme that will be promoted and elevated over the course of the coming months. So as you see it, our theme that we came up with is that a team that soars rises with purpose.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
A team that soars rises with purpose, and that's the team that we are building and working together. So I'm so proud, I'm extremely proud of the team that we are creating and the work that's getting done. With that being said, I want to always set realistic expectations. One of the challenges that we all know that the village of Dolton has is money. So our expectation right now is we are going to do everything humanly possible that we can get done immediately. We will always communicate, we will always respond. Non-response is not acceptable in this administration. Sometimes the feedback that we give may not be the feedback that people are necessarily looking for. But we will continue to communicate what we're able to do, what we're not able to do, as we continue to work on getting ourselves out of this financial challenge. You know, sometimes I walk into meetings like this. As soon as I walk in the room, I know they don't have some money. I walk in. As soon as I walk in the meeting, I do it like this. Mayor, I just want to make sure you know. If you want a response to a good friend, I'm telling you, I'm your guy. Honestly speaking, if we can do it, if it's a simple fix, I will guarantee you we will get it done. If we cannot do it, we will talk together about what our plan is to move the needle forward. One other comment one final thing that I want to just make sure the residents are aware. We're about 3 weeks removed from the previous court trial on the $33 million that has ballooned into $40 million. But I want to make sure that everybody is completely aware that our team is hard at work on it, and we anticipate within the coming 3 weeks to be making proposals to the plaintiffs. Continue to remind that this is a very fluid situation, but I do think that our team has some very realistic proposals that can not be non-impactful or minimally impactful from property tax perspective. With that being said, I do want to say everybody should give yourselves a round of applause just for showing up in the numbers us coming together really made the difference. I think those who joined the call can really see the impact that it had on the judge and the court. And just in that moment alone, we already had a win. The plaintiffs were trying to get us to impose a bond by March 1st, because March 1st would have meant that next year our taxes would have risen. By getting it beyond March 1st, we have already guaranteed our taxes are going to remain stable through next year, and now we have to get
Thank you, Jesus.
coverage for the years to come. So that was a big win. It was a minor point that might have been missed. That was a huge, huge victory that gives us more time
Yes.
to come up with a solution
Yes.
that benefits the residents as well. Second point on that court case, because there's the village's responsibility, because that's a state mandated case that we already have a judgment. And separately, there's our federal case on the insurance company that should have paid this off for us, so we shouldn't be in this position. On that federal case, the insurance company made a motion to dismiss, and the village was successful in winning that case. So their motion to dismiss was kicked out, and those are some of their strongest arguments. So we are proceeding forward still with that case. There still is a 2 to 3 year window, so we do expect down the road to actually have a windfall. In the meantime, we have to make sure we can weather the storm. So
Yes.
So with that being said, I think those are the highlights I would talk about from the mayor's office. I think we are introducing. I just recognize the Park District has chair workout sessions every Thursday at 10 o'clock. I just discovered that so I was behind, so forgive me. So for the Park District members, forgive me. Library has that. So I want to make sure everybody's aware. Every Thursday at 10 o'clock, the library has chair workouts. The village will be shifting ours to Tuesday morning, so there will be 2 opportunities for those that can come and do it. And so for those who are concerned about workouts or being too intensive, it's a Motown chair workout that everybody can come, listen to some good music, and work out in a way that is not anywhere near as intimidating. And I think the seniors that have arrived and those who came have had a fantastic time at both venues. So I want to make sure we encourage everybody to come out. I'm going to go into, we're going to take maybe about 5 questions if any residents have questions at this time. And then I'm going to go into we don't have raffle tickets, so we're going to do some Q&A to see who's going to win this raffle. We'll do 5 questions.
Tell me about the new club that's supposed to open the Rutgers. This is my first meeting, so I don't know if y'all discussed it. Who they are, Andre or DeAndre Rucker, the one that's in charge of the fitness program.
Yes, please support Rucker Athletics and Fitness. Rucker, this was an agreement that we entered into with Rucker, DeAndre Rucker as the founder and CEO for the organization. The Melody Fitness Center was previously Melody Fitness. Was costing the village $7,000 per month, just with maintenance. There was an arrangement into the facility to bring in more restoring and to make sure just get it off as well. So that we can have our fitness center and go back to the community. Full and getting our state certification. Turn the camera so he destroyed the camera. So that's lazy. Support Rucker Athletics. 49 to 3.
The sliders on his head should be in jail. We gonna catch him.
I'm not sure what the price is. The question is, do residents of Dolton get a discount? I'm not sure the pricing structure. I will say that if it's too expensive, please let me know. And then and there are multiple concerns about the pricing and the cost of the residents for speaking with me on finding a pricing structure that is.
You on your way out?
And they do have silver stickers. Silver stickers covered. That's for you. And we'll do 3 more questions if there are any.
August 25th.
I got a question, hi, about the Motown workout for, you said the township, the village?
Village of Dolton. Motown workouts will be Tuesday morning, not this week, starting the following week. And it'll be here, located right this room.
At 9 still?
At 9 o'clock, yes.
Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Thank you.
So the officers didn't do anything about it? I didn't hear about it.
The houses that are vacant here in Dolton, are they gonna be available for the residents to purchase, to rent, to sell, to buy?
Well, since you all are here, I mean, I'll get more information on Wednesday. But the whole goal for the Dolton United House program, which was approved by the board, thank you, board, I appreciate it, is for the residents. So the ultimate goal is so that we can clear up some of our vacancies, but we'll have a 2-month period where we'll give the residents a chance, first chance, so that if you see a vacant property, I will take the address down. Because at the meeting on Wednesday, we'll go over the application process and what dates we'll start collecting applications. So what I would say is you would like to start getting ready now. I know some people say, well, how do we know which property? See, that's the good thing about you living in Dolton, right? We're driving around and we say, hey, Miss Johnson left years ago, I haven't seen her. You know, and there's the address. So come Wednesday, I will answer more questions, but I did keep the residents, we did keep the residents in mind, so you all will have first dibs on the property regarding the house.
You told me when we were talking about my meeting. Okay, baby, I gotta go pick my son up.
If you can't make it Wednesday, it will be recorded for the most part, so that will be an alternative option, and then I'll so that after Wednesday we can make it. I can answer some of your questions. And if anyone here, if you have any general questions, I'll stay around this morning just so that I can answer them for you, okay? Thank you, Kathy. 5:30 p.m. at our village.
Okay, so I'm gonna close out, and since we did not have raffle tickets, I'm gonna tease on Trustee Britton. All right, so the first raffle gift is gonna go, so we gotta be fast on this, we gotta see quickly, I gotta quickly answer this, because I'm going, whoever can answer this first. What is Trustee Brittany Norwood's age? I see Beth, I'm going here, let's go, Beth first.
42.
42.
39.
39, 47. I got that. 37. Oh, there we go. 37. That's inside information.
Oh, I get some money?
Yeah.
I'm happy to report it. I'll see you again.
All right, let's see who's bold in the field. All right. Second person for me to pick on. The baby boy. How old is Administrator Bill Menace?
58.
51.
58.
51.
58. 58. 58.
51.
Why they not taking my? Why y'all not taking my? Did you? Yeah. But he don't look 50. I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. So go
Everybody is here for everybody is here to continue to answer questions. Come on,
I can't get my coat on.
one quick
Can you help
announcement.
me get my coat on? I messed up.
Hello, everybody. Real quick, I am the owner of the Chocolate Lounge in Woodlawn Boulevard.
Thank you.
Right in the mall, the woman's is right next door to the, I opened in October. I am now operating. Wasn't able to make the last one. Please come out March 28th. I'll be walking around and I'll pass out some flyers so that you can take home and March 28th, 3 to 5. Please come out. Who has done with the space?
Very nice to meet
Okay, thank you very much.
I hope you get there one day.
Thank you. And this is just this is for the mayor's feedback from the community.
I'm out of here, people. Babesolo is going home. Let's see, which way I get out of here? Oh my God, the stairs. Oh my God. Oh my God. That elevator is locked. We tried to open it. Here go Babesolo. Oh my God, I don't want to fall down these stairs. I don't want to fall. I am. That's why I'm going home, get on the heating pad. Because when you don't have stairs in your house, this stuff will kick your butt.
I think they got that machine right there.
It's my phone.
This man right here knows this.
You know your phone.